Hey guys, what's up? It's Rygar the Destroyer, and today we're going to be taking a look at the 41st Elite Clone Trooper from the Clone Wars. This guy is pretty cool, but before we take a closer look at him, let's go ahead and take a look at his packaging. Here it is, if it'll focus here. It's pretty standard for the early Clone Wars figures. It's got a nice picture of the 41st Elite Clone Trooper here. And on the back, it's got a picture of the figure and a picture of him in the Clone Wars, and then a brief description. If you'd like to read that, you can always pause the video. And down at the bottom, it shows the other figures that were released in this wave. So, like I said, pretty standard packaging, so let's go ahead and look at the figure. So he stands, let's see here, about 3 3/4 inches tall, so pretty standard for these Clone Wars figures. And he comes with a pretty good selection of accessories. The first one here is the rotary cannon, so really nice accessory. You know, it fits in his hands and everything, and it's got a very well hidden play feature, which I like. So you can plug this little missile in to the end of the gun here. And when you press this button here, it fires out. So, you know, I like that this accessory, you know, it looks just like it did in the Clone Wars, and, you know, the fact that it has a play feature isn't obvious. So I really like that accessory. The second one here is just one of these standard Clone Wars blaster rifles. Pretty standard, no paint or anything, but I'm glad they included it. As far as the articulation on this figure goes, he's got a ball peg in the head, ball hinge shoulders, and they're the same on both sides. They do swivel 360, ball hinged elbows with the swivel, and ball hinged wrists. Then they also swivel. On this hand, the peg runs horizontally through the hand, and on this hand it runs vertically through, so it moves up and down. In his chest, he's got what feels like a hinge that lets him crunch forward and back, just like that, and a swivel. Swivel hips, ball hinged knees with a swivel, and ball hinged ankles with a swivel. So pretty much the full range of motion, you know, all of the articulation. So in that way, he's pretty standard. But I do really like the paint job they did. It is very clean. I think it looks good. And this is the more updated version of the Clone Wars helmet, which I do like more than, say, the 501st Clone Trooper from the Clone Wars. He had the older helmet, so I've always liked this version a little bit more. So if you like Clone Troopers, you know, he's probably worth picking up. He's a nice figure. If you don't really like the Clone Troopers, he's kind of a background character. You can kind of see that on the back of the card. This is the picture of him from the Clone Wars. So he's in the background, so he's not a main character, so he's probably a pass for someone who doesn't like the clones. But other than that, he's a pretty good figure, so if you like the clones, go ahead and pick him up. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down in the comment section below, and I guess I'll see you later.